What is going on, everybody? It's KB. Before the episode starts, make sure you go check out StreamerSZN's brand new theme music. That's right. We have full-time, brand new theme music thanks to the newest homie and newest member of the music side of Underground Sports Philadelphia homies. That is Mobley. Stay Volk. His new single is out now. It is linked in the description on YouTube, and you'll be hearing it on audio until we can figure out if we can play it on video on StreamerSZN episodes from here on out. That's our new theme music. Stay Volk. Go download it now wherever you get your music, and go check out the music video on YouTube. But now, let's get into the episode of StreamerSZN.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the delay, but I am here and happy to report that we are back. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another edition of StreamerSZN, the exclusive streaming platform, TV and movie podcast on the Underground Sports Philadelphia Podcast Network. It's your boy KB coming at you, solo dolo, a little bit of a quick hitter episode. The next two episodes, I apologize for the delay in getting these up. Just been doing a bunch of traveling for PLL, and things have kind of slipped through the wayside, but that doesn't mean I haven't stopped watching House of the Dragon. So the next two episodes that you get in your feed and on our YouTube channel will be strictly House of the Dragon episode breakdowns. Christian and I will be back now that he's back from Europe to finally put a bow on the Acolyte. I'll be putting a bow on season 2 of House of the Dragon, and we'll be back to living the dream one step at a time here on StreamerSZN. But before we get into everything, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at StreamerSZN and StreamerSZN Pod on TikTok. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311 and on Instagram and Threads at KBIZZLE11. Subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts in audio form. Leave a 5-star rating and review. It really does help the show continue to grow, helps more people find StreamerSZN and Underground Sports Philadelphia as a whole. And be sure to subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. That's where you get full video episodes of this show, full video episodes of every show on our network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content, including our Olympics podcast, Light the Flame and Olympics podcast, available now, out everywhere you get your podcast. So definitely check that out as well. We're going to get into episodes 5 and 6 of season 2 of House of the Dragon on this episode. So here we go, ladies and gents. Episode 5, titled Regent. Corlys, Rhaenyra, Baela mourn Rhaenys' death. Criston parades Meleys's head through King's Landing. Through the near-starving small folk consider it Though the near-starving small folk consider it a bad omen, Aegon has survived but is comatose and severely burned, while Sunfire is near dead. Criston Cole withholds telling Alicent what truly happened at the battle. Daemon dreams of incest with his mother, who calls him her favorite son. The small council rejects Alicent's bid as regent and elect Aemond because he is male, and they want a dragon rider on the throne. Aemond orders the city gate shut, preventing blacksmith Hugh Hammer and his family from fleeing. Jane Eyre tells Rhaena that she wanted a mature dragon for protection rather than 2 dragon hatchlings. At the twins, Jace obtains the Frey's allegiance in exchange for Harrenhal. Rhaenyra sends Elinda to King's Landing to spy, and Daemon declares he will reign as king once a large enough army is raised, and he orders the Blackwoods to ravage the Brackens and force their fealty. Alice criticizes the ruthlessness, and the Riverlords denounce his atrocities. Rhaenyra laments lacking riders for Vermithor and Silverwing, the only dragons large enough to challenge Vhagar, and Jace suggests searching other noble houses for Valyrian descendants. Quite the episode to bounce back from everything that occurred in episode 4 with Rhaenys' death, and Rhaenyra praises Jace in this episode too for his success at the Twins, and they discuss that their only hope against Vhagar are the large dragons, Vermithor and Silverwing, both without riders. Jace suggests the potential dragon riders be found in other noble houses due to earlier Targaryens marrying into them. Rhaenyra worries that Valyrian bloodline may have become too thin over many generations, but they decide to search Dragonstone's genealogical records, and that's kind of how the episode uh wraps up. And it's kind of just like this, maybe we have an out, maybe we have a way. I really enjoyed this episode. I know a lot of people online were like, wow, this is such a come down from what we had going in episode 4. And I mean, everyone had to know that the episode 4 like come down and the aftermath from such an epic proportion episode was going to not live up to being as high stakes and huge. This is a huge setup episode though for what's to come. I think it was really well done. You see just the creativity and the minds, running rampant of everybody that's involved on this chessboard of House of the Dragon season 2. And I think they do such a great job of portraying that from everybody's point of view of what's to come. And I think they did such a good job of letting you kind of like travel into the minds and the inner workings of everyone that's in play and really feel the aftermath of such a massive casualty both in Dragon Rider and Dragon for the Blacks. Um and I think it truly like set up episode 6 to really like lay the dragon stones of like what the ultimate payout is going to be of this season. And I think everyone should know that like season 2 of House of the Dragon is going to be the build up to what season 3 is really going to deliver on. And I'm not mad about that at all. It allows you to tell a story. It allows you to shape so many characters and give you dimension to so many of these characters. Now, was it weird seeing Damon hook up with his mother? Yes, it was. But I think this episode caught a lot of flack for just like being a follow up to the previous episode. Now, a lot of people are agreeing with me on this in terms of critics, which I like to see. This episode was met with generally positive critical reviews. It holds an approval rating of 88% based on 17 reviews with an average rating of 6.7 out of 10. Den of Geek gave it a 5 out of 5, saying that the episode proves that House of the Dragon's quieter moments are often every bit as powerful as the draconic destruction. Yes, Alec Bojolad, 100% agree. While it doesn't feature anything on the same kinetic level of the battle at Rook's Rest, it's still among the most narratively tight and thematically consistent hours of the series thus far. 100% agree with that. I got a 4 out of 5 stars from Vulture. And Jonathan Wilson of Ready Steady Cut, 3.5 out of 5 stars from James Hunt of Screen Rant, 3.15 out of 5 from Haley Whitmire White of TV Fanatic, and 3 out of 5 stars from Faye Watson at Games Radar. And Helen O'Hara at IGN scored an 8 out of 10. Like, I completely agree with everything that Alec Bojolad said from Dead of Geek. Like, this episode was thematically tight. It didn't stray from anything that you didn't want it to, following such a huge battle episode. Like, perfect explanation. Like, the theme of this episode was perfectly executed, and I couldn't have been happier with it. Now, will it receive the same grade as last week's episode for me, which I gave a 10 out of 10? Probably not. But in terms of episode grades, I gave episode 1 a 9.2, a 9.4 for episode 2, a 9.7 for episode 3, and a 10 out of 10 to last week's episode. This episode was phenomenal. And I really enjoyed it. It really helps lay the land for so many things to come. And I'm going to duplicate my episode 3 score and give this bad boy a 9.7 out of 10. I really, really liked the core basis of how this episode developed and what it did following such a big episode. It stayed big and it stayed like just so thematically well put together and just very enjoyable episode from start to finish. Let me know in the YouTube comment section how you felt about episode 5 of House of the Dragon. And now we will go to episode 6 titled Small Folk. Jason Lannister leads his army to Golden Tooth, and Aemon refuses vassal Humphrey Lefford's request to fly there and provide support. Aemon wants Tywin Lannister to ally with the Triarchy to break the Valyrian blockade. Aemon orders Criston to march on Harrenhal and dismisses Alicent from the small council. Sir Steffan Darklyn, a distant Targaryen descendant, attempts to claim sea smoke and is incinerated. Daemon continues having disturbing dreams and irrationally believes he is being poisoned. Aemon orders Larys to summon Otto Hightower to court, and Aegon, slowly recovering, tells Aemon he remembers nothing about the battle. Gwaine Hightower assures Alicent that her youngest son, Darren, is kind, unlike his brothers, and Corlys appoints Alan his flagship's first mate. Meanwhile, Alan's brother Adam is pursued by Sea Smoke, and Mysaria's spies spread rumors that the royals regularly feast while small folk starve. Mysaria sends food-laden Targaryen boats to King's Landing, and the grateful citizens fight over limited supplies, causing a riot that Alicent and Helena barely survive. Mysaria tells Rhaenyra that her father sexually abused her, and that's why she is loyal. They passionately kiss upon hearing Sea Smoke has a new rider. Rhaenyra leaves on Syrax to confront them. Epic episode. Epic, just start to finish. There was the weird kiss scene that I know a lot of people took issue with, but this episode, man, to have the dichotomy of powers between son and daughter, between father and son with Corlys and his bastard sons, and to have the relationship that Rhaenyra and Jace are dealing with, and then Rhaenyra and the White Worm kind of just like forging this like badass duo together and power couple in terms of working relationship. It remains to be seen with everything else, but I genuinely think like this episode again does such a great job of like laying the framework for a badass penultimate and a badass finale, and it gears you up and sees like the trials and tribulations that Rhaenyra is going through to build up her army, to build up the strength that she needs to go and go to war. And you're seeing just she's exhausting every potential option she has, and I think it's such a good build up, and obviously, seeing that dragon incineration with Sea Smoke, and then Sea Smoke claiming a dragon, and then not somebody claiming Sea Smoke is really awesome. We're also going to get a wild dragon potentially in the mix from what it looks like, and I think even with so much going on in this episode, and House of the Dragon has done this, like it's had a lot going on in a lot of the episodes for sure. Um, I think they just do a good job of the storytelling and keeping the plot narratives tight and together and easy to like follow along with each piece of the tapestry that's being woven for this season, and it's been really impressive to watch unfold, and I can't wait for more. I can't wait to see how this season is going to wrap up, because there is still so much that is going to be done and can be done. Will it be done this season? Who knows? And I think that's the beauty of what this show has been so far for season 2, and it's gearing up to be just an awesome final 2 episodes. Small Folk was met with highly positive critical reviews on the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes. It holds an approval rating of 93% based on 15 reviews with an average rating of 8 out of 10. Brianna Aarons of Den of Geek gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, stating, like most episodes of House of the Dragon this season, episode 6 has a lot going on, and while it can be easy to get bogged down by the ever-revolving door of new and recurring characters, of new and recurring characters. This installment at least keeps things moving fairly quickly, reminding us who these people are and why we should even care about them in the first place. Jonathan Wilson of Ready Steady Cut gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and in his verdict, Small Folk is packed with strong character moments, but light on big developments. Yes, I agree there. Some will incorrectly consider it filler, but it's a great showcase of the cast and the writers. Haley Whitmire, White of TV Fanatic, also gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, commenting, "It was overall a great episode. There wasn't much action, but that's because everyone is strategizing and preparing for, well, fire and blood." James Hunt of Screen Rant gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars, noting the episode continues the fallout from Rook's Rest and the gradual build to the finale with another solid, if unspectacular, outing. It has settled back into the same slower early season rhythm, but that's not a bad thing. There's some intriguing setup and strong character development in King's Landing, Harrenhal, and on Dragonstone, although not everything works. Also giving it 3 out of 5 stars, 3.5 out of 5 stars, Faye Watson from Games Radar Plus summarized for review by saying, "The latest episode keeps the well-trod routine of council bickering and strange visions, but interesting character choices set up a tantalizing end to the season." Kaylee Dre of the AV Club gave it an A, commenting, "All in all, it's another excellent episode of House of the Dragon. There are a lot of big dialogue-heavy scenes, which the series is fast becoming known for, and just enough action to keep everyone craving an adrenaline hit happy." And Helen O'Hara of IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. It's been a fascinating season, and the fact that these episodes continue to deliver week in and week out is phenomenal. It is appointment television. I think we are back to HBO appointment television whenever House of the Dragon is on, and it has been thoroughly enjoyable. I have loved every moment of this season so far. I can't wait to see how things play out moving forward, and how it all kind of wraps up for season 2 to get us set for what is going to be a diabolically insane season 3 of House of the Dragon. Like I mentioned, I gave episode 1 a 9.2, episode 2 a 9.4, episode 3 a 9.7, episode 4 I got a perfect score, 10 out of 10, and then a 9.7 out of 10 for episode 5. Episode 6, it does go back a little bit in my book, but not too much, and I'm going to give it the same treatment I gave episode 2, and it's going to get a 9.4 out of 10 from your boy. The 9s keep on rolling. This show has been fantastic. It has been the show of the summer, hands down, and something that everyone should be watching. If you're not watching House of the Dragon, you're doing your television watching wrong. And I can't wait to see how things continue to play out in the world of Westeros. And if you guys get us to 1,000 subscribers on the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, I will be diving into the original journey to Westeros and watching season 1 of Game of Thrones and bringing back my findings and my reviews to the pod. So if you want to see me get into Game of Thrones as well, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. And of course, guys, follow us on the socials at StreamerSZN, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook.com/Underground Sports PHI. Follow me at KBIZZL311. Follow Christian at the Wiz_PHI. No news and notes on this episode. We'll be back to our regular scheduled programming pretty soon. But wanted to get these quick recap episodes out for House of the Dragon that we missed while Christian was in Europe, and I've been doing a bunch of stuff here to catch up on things. But House of the Dragon's cooking, guys. It's cooking, and I'm loving every second of it. But follow us, subscribe to the pod on Apple and Spotify, subscribe on YouTube if you want to see me watching Game of Thrones season 1. Get us to 1,000 subscribers. Smash the like button, ring the bell icon, leave a comment. Let me know how you felt about episodes 5 and 6 of House of the Dragon season 2. And this has been another episode of StreamerSZN, the exclusive streaming platform, TV and movie podcast on the Underground Sports Philadelphia Podcast Network. I'm your boy KB. I'm going to go see if a dragon wants to claim me. And if not, hopefully I don't get incinerated along the way. But I'll be back with an episode 7 breakdown and maybe some news and notes on the next episode. But until then, I'm getting the heck up out of here. Peace.